Welcome to another episode of the Frosh. Today I reached out to Missouri and went and found me a 2029. She is a Phenom player. She scores at all levels, and we're going to get a chance to get to know her. I've watched her videos over the last year, and this young lady can hoop. So Inez Ballard out of Dixon, Missouri. And let's get on to the show. Here we go. Good morning. How you doing today?
Good morning. I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. Thank you for joining me on your spring break. You could be probably sleeping in a little bit.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Well, let's let everybody know who you are. Talk about yourself. Where you at? Where you go to school? Let people know.
My name's Inez Ballard. I go to Dixon, Missouri, Dixon High School, and I'm the class of 2029. And this year I'm playing for Missouri Phenom, 15U EYBL.
All right. Well, we did a little research on you, and I found out that you had a heck of a freshman year, as far as individual and as far as your team as well. So I want to talk a little bit about that. How did your season go as a freshman?
Our season went very well. As a team, we only have 6 players, so it kind of got rough in some moments. And we're all freshmen and sophomores, so very young team. But,
wow.
Yeah, I'm very excited for the future as we, get to keep playing and developing.
You have 6 players? Is that because of the size of your school?
Yeah, and also, basketball is not a huge thing for us. Okay. A bunch of people want to do other sports, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you, for six players, y'all had a heck of a season. I did some research, and y'all won districts for the first time ever in school history. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, congratulations on that. I think you got to, the state quarterfinals? Is that right?
Yeah, and we lost to Centralia, but they're a pretty good team, so.
Hey, future looks good. Freshmen and sophomores, Well, folks, I'm kind of hard to believe this young lady was nervous on her first game. Let me give you the stats. I'm gonna go ahead and give you some flowers here, okay? First game, 8 points. I think it's 11 assists, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. You were like almost 2 points away, 2 assists away from a quadruple double your first high school game. That is amazing. Is my stats correct?
Yeah.
All right. Well, man, how do you follow that up? Well, I can tell you how she follows up. You scored 29 points against the number 1 team. Cooker is what I saw as well. So pretty consistent throughout the season. I'm going to go ahead and run off your stats for you. I'll do it. I don't want, I might be modest. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a stat line for you. Okay. Regular season, I had you down at, all right. So again, let's talk about your stats. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, as a freshman, 6 players. That probably means everybody's guarding you, right? You're getting the best defender every night, probably.
Yep.
Well, you still rolled off 19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals a game. That is amazing for a freshman. I don't care where you're at, what level, to be consistent that night, to have 19 points. That means sometimes you're dropping 20 plus, and probably sometimes you're getting held to 10 or 12 because everybody's guarding you. You probably got parents in the stands guarding you. There she is. Go right there. There she is right there. So, again, congratulations on an outstanding freshman season, points-wise and team-wise. So what did you learn as far as being recognized? Is that something kind of new? Where you winning 2 MVPs and 1 all-tournament? So now you're kind of getting recognized. How does that, how did that affect, like, people guarding you, or people putting 2 people on you? How are they defending you?
As you get recognized more, you definitely get, more defenders in your face, and everyone wants to stop you because no one wants a freshman to score on them. So, it kind of gets, 2-on-1 type of situations, but I just had, I've been having people double team me since I was little, so
okay.
I just, I worked through those situations in the gym, so I kind of just knew what to do.
Yeah, don't get frustrated with it. Just go ahead and just play.
Yep.
Well, your student body's got to love it, because all year they're probably chanting, "She's a freshman."
Yeah.
And so I'm sure other teams got tired of hearing that. They're like, "Somebody go take that freshman. Go shut her down, please." So, what was the biggest change from middle school to high school basketball?
I would say your schedule, because, middle school, the practices are kind of laid back. They just want people to join for fun. But once you get to high school, it's the real deal. Practices start getting harder. and we're all fighting for spots. And
Y'all
yeah,
fighting for one spot. One spot.
one spot, yeah.
Well,
But
you
we're
know,
all pretty good, so we have to.
well, that
We
is
just fight
true
each
in
other.
middle school. You know, middle school, you're in and out. By the time you get in, you change, and you get on
Yeah.
the floor, you're probably knocking about 30 minutes on the court. You know,
And
high
our
school, you
middle school season, we won by 50 against everyone. So, we just had to keep rotating.
oh my God. How were you? How many were you dropping in middle school?
I don't know. I think my high was like 30, 35.
Okay. What was your high this year? Was it 29 against Coker?
Yeah, it was 29.
Wow. And Coker #1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell us a little about your game. I watched your highlights, and I mean, I really like everything you do. And after a watch, I see, you know what? This young lady has a lot of bag. She has a big bag in her skill set. So, tell us a little bit about tell us about your game.
Uh, I'm a pass first player. I feel like I'm always trying to get my teammates open for the right shot. And obviously, I'm going to take my shots, but I'm never like gonna try to just like go play by myself. I try to get all my team involved because I feel like once you get your team involved, you're gonna have the most success. And winning games is more important than points. So
You sure you're a freshman? You've been held back a couple years. I mean, man, you're talking like a senior there. I mean, and you're still getting your numbers. I mean, I think young people understand that it'll come to you. Just let it happen.
yeah.
But you got to get everybody involved. Otherwise, all they do is just focus on you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got 11 assists in a game, that means you got some players that can catch and finish the ball, and you're not being selfish, and you're finding the open player, and they just got to hit the bucket. So, I'm going to look back. I looked at your game, and the thing I really liked is you can score at all three levels. And the video that everybody's going to watch, you're watching now as we talk about her game, is you're going to see a three-pointer. You're going to see a three-pointer off of the dribble. You're going to see a floater. And you are crazy in the high post range. I'm sure if people play zone on you, you're a nightmare. I've seen you do up and unders. You've got a nice spin move. And I've seen you even step through 3 defenders and step through and still give them up and under. So a lot of practice time has been involved. How much do you practice on your footwork? Because you got really nice footwork.
Every time I'm in the gym, we really try to focus on footwork because you have to have footwork's one of the most important things besides dribbling and getting past your defender. Well, footwork, you have to really focus on that so you can always attack the weak side. And yeah.
Man, I still can't believe you're 2029. I got to change this show to the Frosh because you're talking knowledge here. You're talking reading backside help and making moves. And again, I can see why you have the numbers you do. I can see why you earned all district. All right, I see why you earned first team all conference, and then I see why in tournaments you won 2 MVPs and an all tourney. So, because I'm pretty sure everybody's focused on you, and you have a good knowledge of understanding how to play the game, to read that double team, to make that pass, make good decisions. Obviously, so did you ever hit a triple double this year?
I think I might have had a few. I'm not for sure.
How was it? Anytime during the season, did you feel comfortable like you were no longer a freshman? I mean, obviously, first game out, you almost dropped a quadruple double. But again, though, when did you feel comfortable about your game?
I really felt comfortable the first game of the tournament because the first game, you're always in your head because you want to go off of people's perspectives. But when I got to the first game of the tournament, I really just focused on controlling the pace of the game, controlling the tempo, make sure all my teammates were, their head was in the right space and stuff so we could win the game.
And do you do anything before a game? Do you have any ritual you do? Like for me, for example, we went in playoffs and I wore black and we went districts. So I was like, man, I gotta wear black all the time now. And we did. We wore black all the way to the state tournament. I mean, anything that you do like that?
I don't wear anything the same, but I'm always the first to run out of our huddle, and we always pray before the game because God on your side, you're gonna win every day if you don't even win the game.
Very nice. So and what if one of those girls like is a little late to the huddle to run out? You feel like, oh my gosh, here we go.
Yeah.
All right. See, I just want to make sure it wasn't me. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't want to wear black all playoffs, but you know what? I had to do it. So, well, who do you play in the summer for?
I play for Phenom.
All right, which one?
15U EYBL this year.
Okay, so your first tournament's coming up this weekend, is it not?
Well, our first practice is coming up. We don't start games until the end of April.
Okay. Yeah. Where's your first trip to?
Phoenix, my favorite.
Ooh, yeah, you've been in Phoenix before?
Yeah, last year we went and it was amazing.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, anything that we need to know about you? You know, I mean, you got any special talents or anything that we need to know about?
I'm pretty good at singing and dancing.
Are you really?
Yeah.
All right. Have you done talent shows before there?
No. I mean, we had a talent show at our church and I got second. I should have got first though.
Okay. Do you got a favorite? Do you got a verse that you hang up in your locker room or something? You know,
yeah. Obviously Philippians 4:13 is a big one, but yeah, I'd say that one's like my favorite because it's one of the most known.
Well, how much time do you spend on your game? You know, I mean, obviously you got footwork. I've seen your footwork, your IQ, but you know, how much time do you actually invest in yourself?
I spend a lot of time every night, really. Mm-hmm. And it just consists of, you know, one night I might be shooting a bunch because my shot was off that day, or just, you know, a bunch of time spent on dribbling.
Okay. Do you train with anybody?
So I go up to our Phenom facility in Columbia, and I get to train with them.
All right, this or that with Inez Ballard from Missouri. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. We are going to go out to eat. Are we choosing Mexican or our favorite hamburger place? Where are we going?
Mexican all day.
Ooh, what are we ordering?
So in our town, we have this place called Avion, and I get a roast special. It's like steak, chicken, shrimp, all on rice. It's so good.
Wow. Well, let's give a shout out to that place. Let's give them a plug here on the show, and let's find them on Facebook. And then that way, when you come in, maybe they'll treat you with a little VIP. Okay. All right. So what's the name of that place?
Avion Mexican Kitchen, Dixon, Missouri.
Where is it located in Dixon?
Yep.
All right. Avion, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's give a freshman plug to Avion Mexican Restaurant in Dixon, Missouri, okay? Miss Ballard has called you out. Let's hit her up with some free cheese, drink, or whatever. Hey, you're a freshman, right? You need help, right? You're poor, you're broke, whatever, freshman. So let's hook her up next time she comes in, all right? Next question. You watch NBA or WNBA?
I watch NBA.
NBA? Got a favorite player?
I like Anthony Edwards.
Okay. What do you like about Anthony Edwards? The Ant-Man.
And he can always go into that, you know, one dribble pull up, and he's just my favorite player.
You know, I think the players that are coming back that are really good, you talk about Ant-Man, you talk about, you know, in the Thunder, you know, are mid-range players. I think mid-range players are coming back where they're shooting that mid-range off the dribble. I think high school is starting to hopefully get into that a little bit. I mean, because if you're a three-point shooter, you're going to get ran off the line. And most people, all they can do is go straight to the hole. Well, there's going to be a 6'1", 6'2", 6'3" girl sitting there waiting. So you've got to find that mid-range spot to pull up. And I've seen you do that, you know, in your highlights. So you're working on that, and you got a nice footwork pulling up into a dribble, and you get a nice lift. So, all right, next question. You got a chance to go on vacation. You going to New York City or Los Angeles? Which one are you going
to? I would say New York City.
All right.
I never been on like New York's like on the top or whatever, and I never been up there, and I feel like that'd be really cool.
It's cool. It's crowded though. We played a tournament there in AAU, and it's pretty crowded. I mean, but yeah, that'd be a nice place to go to visit.
I feel like there's so many people there that I'd get to like try new stuff, like food spots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that'd be cool. It'd be nice to continue your trip, maybe. Put it on that list, maybe. All right.
Yeah.
All right. In your school uniforms, do you like now? Your dad's the coach, right?
Yeah.
So it's a chance to get a little plug in there for a designer, okay? All right. Which one you like, home or away?
I like away.
Like away. So we need new home uniforms, right? New colors or something, maybe.
Yeah. I want like some gray, like action, like the white's kind of basic.
Okay.
I like the red on me. It kind of like makes my skin tone better.
Look at you. Oh my gosh. All right. We're going by what color looks, not about what makes you look good. I mean, so all right. Well, this is your chance to give a shout out to anybody or anyone you work with, anyone that helps you out in your game. Chance to give them a shout out.
I give a shout out to Missouri Phenom and my dad, Scott Ballard, because like they're the two that's worked with me my whole life. So.
Well, good luck this season on Missouri Phenom. All right. Before we close out, my brother from another podcast, Tony J, we're always about liking and subscribing to see if we can build up a little bit so we can get a chance to reach out to players like you. And so if you could do it at this moment, we're going to go like and subscribe. You'll be able to subscribe to the link below. Coach JVick be on YouTube, and then also Oklahoma High School Between the Lines, which we're going to change that to broad a little bit. But if you can give us 2 thumbs up and like and subscribe right now, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
All right. Well, good luck this summer. I'm looking forward to watching your highlights. 5'9" guard, can score at all 3 levels. Outstanding player you've heard on the podcast, on the interview. High IQ, not playing like a freshman, understands the game, and scored all 3 levels, and has got a nice spin move. See, you didn't tell me about the spin move. I had to go watch that. That spin move is pretty sweet. Can go right or left. I've saw that highlights. So check her out this summer with Missouri Phenom, a great organization that is on the EYBL circuit. And we enjoyed having you on the show. And good luck.
Thank you. I enjoyed being on here.
You're welcome.